What's going on, everybody? This is Josh, and you're watching episode 2 of The Hungry Winos, where Chef Michael Reyes is showing us all the mysteries of the culinary arts here, right?
There's no mysteries, it's all out in the open, baby. All right? Transparency.
Okay, very good.
I think is the word of the decade. We're going to do potatoes, different dice cuts of potatoes. We're going to do a fine dice, a small dice, maybe a medium dice, and if we're lucky, a large dice.
Throw some dice.
We're going to throw some dice, Vegas baby style, quick like. Ready?
Yeah, sure, let's do it.
All right, what we want to do, first off, you have potato, you have a bigger knife because you're taller.
Right.
What we want to do
Let's go with that.
I know.
Okay.
We'll keep it that way. What we want to do is square off the potato so we have a flat angle to work with.
Okay.
So we square off the first piece, and now we have a flat area to work with. And you'll keep on squaring it off so we can work with straight edges. Now, I know you realize this is a lot of waste. Yes? Well, we could do things with this. We can grill these. We can use this in a boil. We could do whatever we want. We can make those potato skins, whatever you'd like to do with these. But
tater tots.
Tater tots, you know, something like that. You know, culinary school or French technique, you have a lot of waste because they want the fine dice. They want to see your skill in how you dice.
Shape and everything.
Exactly. What you want to do is just square off just like that. Now we have flat pieces to work with.
Okay.
All right, you want to try that?
Absolutely. Okay, so as far, am I looking to?
We want to get it
about right like that, so I can square it off, or is like that?
That right there is fine. We don't have too much waste.
Okay.
So just go ahead and have a straight cut. You want to get a perpendicular. There you go.
Okay.
And flip it. There you go. Now you have a flat side to work with.
Okay. Right about there.
Same deal.
Okay.
Nice.
Same deal.
Mm-hmm. And one last time. God, you got the bigger potato too. Alright, now you have a flat side to work with. So you have that whole side to get your dice. Now, what I like to tell people is, it's whatever your eye is used to. If your eye is used to looking at 1/8 of an inch like my eye is used to, that's how I would cut it. If your eye is used to looking at it at 1/4 or a 1/2 inch, that's how big you want to cut.
Okay.
Because if you go to 1/4 of an inch, you can always make that 1/4 smaller.
Right.
A 1/2 smaller.
Right.
So whatever your eye is used to, go ahead and make your first cut. So for me, my eye is used to this right here. So that'd be my first cut. So
okay.
How big is that? 1/4 of an inch?
1/4 of an inch, right?
So there you have it, 1/4 of an inch.
Okay. And now I'm also noticing, like you said, bigger potato, right?
Mm-hmm.
So more skin left on now. Is that because I didn't cut far enough?
No, you're cool. No, what's going to happen is once you start getting your 1/4 inch or 1/2 inch, however you decide to cut it, probably 1/4 inch slices, you're going to have usable area and non-usable area. You'll cut that after.
Okay. Okay. So right about there would be a good bet.
Let's go a little smaller.
A little smaller.
There you go, right there.
Okay.
And just use a knife. Now you have a straight edge knife.
Right. So
all you have to do is once you get it in, your knife is big enough to where you can just get it in and then just cut it.
Okay.
Okay, you can cover the whole thing. Mine, you know, I'll have to do a little bit of a slice. Just to get that 1/4 of an inch. And notice again, my knuckle is in the blade.
Cool. Now, what's the difference here between these? Like, that's a chef knife.
I have a chef knife here, and basically, like we talked about last time, it's a thicker, and it goes to thin.
Right.
This is flush all the way through. So once you get it in and go down, it's a very precise cut. I think it's a Nikiri knife, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay. Is there a purpose for this?
Nope, it does nothing. It's not sharp. It's not anything.
Okay.
So basically, it's a vegetable, Japanese vegetable knife.
Okay, cool. So just that same cut again, right about there?
Yep. Make sure you're straight up and down. And then it just comes down.
Okay.
Really good. If you want to, with these kind of knives, you can actually measure out, like put your knife down, and you look over it, and you can actually see where a cut is.
Adjust it over.
So, Mods, can you get a little angle on this? So if I go straight down, if you just look at it, it's pretty much a straight cut all the way through. So once I have it lined up, and culinary students, I mean, they're really lining this bad boy up. They get their knives and they're over it and they're hovering over it, probably spitting on it as they're watching. And they
exams.
Exactly. They want to be precise, and that right there would be the straight cut.
Okay.
Okay. But as you get, older, more mature, you can just cut it.
Okay, cool. I don't know if the maturity thing's ever going to work out for me, but
that's what I thought.
Yeah.
But then you get gray hair and then it's all over.
Oh. Okay, so right about there.
Go ahead and put it down. There you go. So now you can see if I'm thick and thin on both sides.
So make the blades touching so you can kind of see.
Just measure it off.
Okay.
And then you're down. Now that knife is sharp and you like have muscles. So just go ahead and do that again. The starch is getting your knife sticky. That's not a big deal.
Okay.
So leave it down and then just put a little bit of pressure on it.
Oh, okay.
And then
get it going.
And you're already down. So there's no mistakes being made.
Okay. I see.
Let's start off with those because we don't need to cut everything.
Okay.
So we have basically roughly on my board we have roughly the same size. Okay, your board same deal, right?
Mm-hmm.
So let's just start off with one, and it's the same thing. We want that same 1/4 inch. So if I'm looking at it, I want the same 1/4.
Okay.
All right. So go ahead and make your little cuts.
Right there.
You're a little bit thicker on the bottom, so you have a big enough knife. Why don't you go ahead and just lay that knife on top of it? And now you know all I gotta do is cut it there and you're square.
Cool.
Alright. Tell me when you have like 3.
Almost 3.
Okay, that's cool.
2 good ones.
You're good.
Alright.
So there we have it. Now you talked about the potato. I'm not gonna use these pieces, so I'm just gonna square that off and just
the skin there.
That's gone, yeah.
Right, okay.
Just line it up. And there's your waist.
Okay.
So now, there's 2 ways to go. If you really want to get the perfect, like if you're cooking for like your in-laws,
no,
I don't have any. You can go ahead and measure that off. So that's a 1/4 inch, that's a 1/4 inch.
Oh, okay.
And it's a 1/4 inch.
I see.
So you can do that. Or
well, if the in-laws were ever going to give you any trouble about the 1/4 inch like that, that might be a sign right there too.
But when you're in love, you'll do foolish things.
Uh-huh.
So anyway, so go ahead.
Meet the in-laws.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
Or like
anyway.
Yeah. Anyway, let's get off that, please. So we have we're square, right?
Right.
So we're a big boy now, so we can just go ahead and not even use a measurement and
Okay.
look at another 1/4 inch. Or you can sometimes when the starch or any kind of veg is on your knife like that, you can use that as a measuring stick. Leave it on your blade and keep on going. And now we know right here we have 1/4 inch cuts.
Cool. What's the water for?
Water is to keep the potato from getting dingy color. It gets kind of like
browns out a little
browns out a little bit. You want to have water, so we can actually use this for whatever we wanted to.
Cool.
Just keeps it clean.
Okay, cool.
So show me the 1/4 inch cut. All right, stop right there.
Okay.
So for potato cuts, there's different terminologies. The French have brunoise, macédoine, and parmentier, or bâtonnet. Exactly. So do the French.
Okay.
What is this to you?
A French fry?
A French fry. Do you need to know that it's a bâtonnet or omelette? No.
I would feel more educated though.
You would,
right.
But they don't care either. It's a French fry.
Right.
This is a small dice.
Okay.
So this is what you're looking for. 2 inches. I think culinary school's 1/4 inch, 1/4 inch, 3 inches or 2 inches, but that would be basically your bâtonnet.
And then with that, you can make a 1/4 inch.
In France too, I think they use. Alamouette, or alamouette, I think is what they call when you use a potato. So even if you have the specific knife cut to the specific veg or starch.
Oh, so you can do the same thing here for like carrots,
a carrot, a turnip, squash. Same deal. You can use any kind of cut you like. But just think of it, common sense, man. It's a French fry. Okay, that's a small dice. So go ahead and make your little French fries, and there you have, your French fry. You're pretty good. Right on. So now, if you wanted to, and we wanted to make a smaller cut than this, you can just go ahead and cut your same piece in half. So now we have 2, and then cut them in half again. Now we have.
Think about it.
4.
All right.
There you go. So now you have 4 cuts.
And then again, so now you're going like 1/8 of an inch.
Exactly.
Okay.
So now we have 1/8 of an inch.
Now, for potato, what would you ever use that for?
Not a damn thing, but
Okay.
what you could do, like if you had bell peppers or squash or something like that, this would be a nice little garnish.
Okay.
You can go ahead and blanch those off, and then at the end of your plate, you can do like the emerald glassy thing, and then use your little veg.
We're probably gonna have to edit that out. You know that, right?
Probably. You can do, your just a little garnish. So this would just be a smaller dice,
Okay.
a finer dice.
So is the cubeness of it make it a dice? Is that
Yes, a
okay.
dice, just like a die when you roll those bad boys.
That makes perfect sense then. Okay, so now here, my first instinct was to do that. That's not the proper way. I should still kind of...
You should still try and guide it.
Okay.
So once you have it... There you go. Don't... Oh my god, you're so close. Oh!
Well, that's why I have 3 of them.
Okay, try it again. No, you're good. Just go ahead and cut that half again.
Okay. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, that was kind of off.
That's alright.
Okay, so do that.
Once you have a big piece like this, for instance, once you have it squared off, you can go ahead and get your... and then just make your cuts.
Oh, okay. Right.
And maybe a little easier to have a bigger piece. So you have those pieces just like that. And if you'd like to, you can go ahead and cut these in half, or you can stack them up. If they're stacked up, you just cut them in half.
Okay.
And there you go. So, I mean...
Time saver.
Exactly. Just, stack up all your stuff nice and neat. There you go. And
Now, are you always going, like, knife...
that's the debate,
just kind of go for it.
You have the Western style where the blade is down and you're going down, and this is how you would cut in the Western style. The Eastern style, like Japan, for instance, it's a push and pull. So you're going to push and then pull, push. That's just how they cut. That's how their knives are made. Their knives are made to push and pull. That's getting into a different topic. We don't need to go there.
Yeah,
but whatever comfortable. Now that, you want to have like an angle to work with just so you can rock it.
Okay. So ultimately, I'm trying to, there, and then I just right onto the next one.
Right onto the next one. And then you're off. So you're off to the races. So that's your little Brunoise cut.
Okay.
Okay.
Brunoise cut.
So that's your, a finer dice.
Finer dice. Okay.
Okay.
So we have a dice and a finer dice.
Yep. So now we're going to do the medium dice.
Okay.
Which is like a 1/2 inch. So go ahead and cut that bad boy.
Okay.
Now go ahead and go a 1/2 inch. A little bigger. There you go. Double the size. And you made nice cuts here. So if you just bring these things together, that will be the size that you want.
Let's see. Okay, a little off.
It's alright. Now use that same piece. The starch is hurting you, huh?
Very much so.
Just pull it off, man. There you go. So now, if you want to, since you cut these so nice, you can use this as your measuring. So this is basically 1/2 inch. So that's how thick you want those cuts to be.
Oh, from here?
No, go ahead and you cut it like this, so you're right on the nose.
Oh,
right?
okay, right.
So now you're here. So if you want to use that as a guide, you can use that as a guide.
Oh, I see. Okay,
So you have a 2 inch. So you have a 1/2 inch right there.
Right. So you can kind of gauge what you're doing.
Mm-hmm.
And then again, you'll have a little waist, right?
You'll have a little waist, not that big of a deal. We're gonna make a lot of mashed potatoes tonight.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, and the same thing I did before. We're gonna go ahead and get these together. Cut off your waist. There you go.
So would I try to get that?
Yep.
So, good.
Save your waist. Okay. And now make your
1/2 inch.
Yep.
Okay. Use that starch.
Mm-hmm. You're good.
Okay. So
Let's just show off these bad boys. So now you have your bigger dice. All right.
Okay.
So now we're good, right?
Right.
So if we wanted to, we could make a bigger piece, but this is what we're looking for right here. These are nice dice. Let's put this in a bowl so we can show the people clearly what it's supposed to look like. And now we're gonna go for a larger dice. Okay. I'm gonna use your big knife. You can get my little one.
Alrighty.
So for a bigger piece, now there's really, you can do this with your steak and asparagus. It's just a bigger 3/4 of an inch. We call that parmentier, in case you want to know.
Parmentier. Yes, I want to know.
So there's your 3/4. Notice how much potato we're wasting.
Right.
And that'd be my parmentier. I just square that bad boy off. And I cut my pieces. And that would be the 3/4 dice. So we put these bad boys together and we have small, medium, and large.
There you go.
And those are your potato cuts.
Very cool.
And that'll do it for episode 2.
Episode 2's done.
We're in the books.
Wonderful. Well, again, you can follow me at Coffee Cup Music on Twitter. And what's yours?
I'm at Twitter at TheHungryWinos.
Which would make perfect sense.
Yes, because I like wine.
All right, we'll see you guys next time. Take it easy.